Hey Fran, look at this great matched fabric. Isn't that beautiful?
That looks great. That's so funny. I was doing a combination too.
With 3-yard quilts, the possibilities are endless.
Keep watching. We're going to show you a whole bunch.
Hi, it's Donna Robertson.
And Fran Morgan with Fabric Cafe.
Fran, do you remember when we first started Fabric Cafe and we started teaching our quilting classes?
Yes.
What was the most often asked question?
How do you match fabric?
And at first I just thought, well, it's so subjective. I mean, what do you like? But that doesn't really help you understand how to put fabric together and the importance of the light, medium, and dark, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. And it is very subjective, and some of the things that I would put together look fantastic, and some of the things that you put together look incredible. So it could be many different combinations and still have an incredible end result.
And when we first came up with the idea of 3-yard quilts, it was like we created a formula to help you understand how to put your fabrics together and like them every time.
That's right.
So it's super simple. We use a focus fabric, and you take that out of the equation, and you do a light and a dark, and if you follow our instructions, it will look great, even if you pick different fabrics than someone else. So today we're going to show you how to do that.
We have lots of options, and we have lots of pieces and parts. So we're excited to share that with you.
It's going to be a great show. All right, the first one that we're going to do is Pretty Please. Pretty Please is a pattern that, again, super simple to make, and it follows the rules of focus, light, and dark. So we have a focus fabric here, we have a light, and we have a dark. Let's put that up on the table and look at the fabrics. So focus fabric is simply the fabric that you want to look at the most.
Right. It's the highlighted. It's the star of the show, so to speak.
That's right. And so whenever I design the patterns or Fran designs a pattern, we put the focus fabric in the largest block, or we utilize it in such a way that when you look at that pattern, your eyes are going to go to that fabric. So you do the focus fabric, it's going to go right here. Then your number 2 fabric is going to go here. That becomes the background. See how it makes the focus and the number 3 fabric just kind of stand off, but it also creates a resting place for your eye. So as long as you stay in that focus, light, and dark, it's going to work every time. So these are the 3 that we originally put together: the butterfly, the gold scribble, and then the number 3. But what happens if you change it? So this one, I'm just going to put this over here while you talk about that one, Fran, and then we'll show them the names.
Look at the next one. Now this one also uses the same focus fabric, the butterfly, but we have put this beautiful blue with it, and it's still a light. Whenever you compare the number 2 and the number 3, you take the focus out of the equation. The number 2 is still the lightest, even though it's a blue, and it still has wonderful contrast. And then we've used this really yummy kind of a sagey green polka dot for the number 3. And as you can see, this just looks so nice with this.
And this just looks so nice with that.
So beautiful. Now, one of the things that I like to do whenever I'm selecting my 2 companion fabrics for my focus is I really like to look at the fabric and pick almost like the minor color in it. I don't know if that makes sense. It's the one that's probably shown the least. So for instance, here you've got this darker blue, and then you have your number 3 with a darker blue, which really helps bring that blue forward.
Yes.
So, and in this case, we have this nice green. That green is in all of these leaves, and it's very subtle, but when you put the green with it, it brings that green out.
That works really well. That's a good formula. Well, this one is called Gilded Flight 8021-873. The pattern we're using is Pretty Please, and that only comes as an individual pattern.
Now this kit, I also want to, before we get too far along, I've got one more kit with this combination I'd like to share with you. But the second kit here is 8022008. It is called Graceful Flight. Now let's put one more up using this same focus fabric.
That's a great idea. All right.
And make
I
room here
almost
on the
forgot that we
table.
had a third one over there. Could you
What-
tell?
It's okay. There's so many possibilities here. And I love this because we have the same focus,
Move
this
these back.
gorgeous, gorgeous butterflies, and we have put this yummy, creamy white with it. Now, remember what we were saying just a minute ago, how you kind of pick a color in the focus fabric that's like a minor color, and then you pull it out with your companions.
Yes.
We've done that here with this little bit of a creamy white here. And then our number 3 is this beautiful blue.
That looks really pretty. And look, this has that little touch of green.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, so you're still getting a little bit of that green that kind of holds, it's like glue holding
Right.
it all together.
And I love it because really now this is actually backwards. The focus fabric has the green in it. It helps to pull the green out in the number 3 fabric.
That's right, that's right.
So they really work together well. So always be looking. Now this option, its number is 8022009. It is called a Butterfly Garden, and of course it is also using the Pretty Please pattern.
And would be really interesting to know what you think about these. Would you put number 1 together, number 2 together, or number 3 together in your choices?
Yeah, I would love to hear that as well.
Okay, Fran, I'll put these away while you do the next one.
All right, let's do that. Now our next quilt is Sweet Times, and this is such a great quilt because it has this really great large block here. So your focus fabric really shows up and pops off, and then it's bordered with the 2 and 3 fabrics, just alternating to really give it some nice pop and contrast. Put that on the table, and let's see what our options for kits on this is.
And you've got pieces and parts on this one.
Oh, that's great. I love it when we have pieces and parts. All right, so let's do the pieces and parts first. Now the fabric that we've used for this is so much fun. Now I am just gonna say, I have to focus on the fabric first, okay?
I know.
Because the pieces and parts are fabulous, but this fabric is just, I love it. I don't know
It's
why.
gorgeous. It's
It just
gorgeous.
makes me think of 1950s and all those slower times of lemonade on the front porch.
Yes, yes. Very nice.
So what we've got here, so let me show you the pattern. This is Sweet Times is from our Easy Peasy book. And whenever we make this, we are using a strip assembly. So we have that here where we've just taken a wider strip and 2 smaller strips, sew these together, cut a hunk off, and then sew strips to each side of that.
Now in our pattern, do we call it a hunk?
No, but I'm sorry. You know those really technical terms in quilting. We cut a unit off.
There you go.
I
okay.
like hunks.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, we'll get back to units now.
Okay. All right. So here we have our focus fabric and our number 2 fabric, and let's just put this on the quilt, and you can see how wonderful that is. Now you do that exact same thing again using your focus fabric and your number 3, and that gives you a bordered block like this.
That is so
and we just
pretty.
alternate them.
Here, let me get this for you
I
because you
just
need to
think
block
this
that
is
one
the
out.
sweetest quilt.
I love this one.
What a great fabric combination. It is just so fun.
Oh, just gave you one here. Here's
Oh,
the
it's
other one.
okay.
That
Just
gives
so
you
we can
a
see.
way to kind of focus on
I
it.
just think that is going to turn out amazing.
But wait,
We have more.
there are other possibilities. So why don't you show your fabric?
Okay.
And I will take these away.
Okay.
And you show your fabric, and then we'll go to the second one.
Perfect. And if you set those over there,
Yes.
great. So this kit, as we saw, is this very fun floral. And then our number 2 is this really bright, yummy, sunshiny yellow. And I love this because the polka dots are little hearts and flowers. I just think that's so sweet. And then our number 2 is the or number 3, excuse me. The darkest is this great blue. And as you can see, once again, we've picked a secondary color in the focus print and pulled it out with the number 3.
I like it.
Just love it. Now, what are some other options with this focus
Well, I
print?
like this one too.
Oh,
All right, let me show you this one. This is so fun. We're going to pull out some different colors in this. Look how this one, you see it and you see the pink, but oh my goodness, when you put that pink in there, those roses just pop.
they really do.
And it depends on what colors that you like best, because this has so many colors. You can put just about any color with it and make the color that you like come forward, because you're really pulling it out with the comparison.
That's an excellent point, how our companion fabrics can do that.
So this one, we've done the pink and the green. This one, we've done the yellow and blue.
And
But wait, there's more. Let me put this over here so we don't get those mixed up. And all of these kits are going to be on the web.
Oh, that's
so they can
great.
pick the one that they like best. We want to hear it in the comments, but you can tell us which one you like best. Now on this one, we went a little different direction, and we pulled out that little purple that's in here. So that's one of those little secondary colors that you were talking about, where this one is much more of a focal color, but we brought it out here, and then the green is bringing out those leaves. But can you see how it kind of changes the look?
yeah, and every single one of these quilts, I think, will be just absolutely darling.
Oh, it would. It would be gorgeous. And so this one, I love this little speckle. So you've got the purple, and then you've got some aqua in there, a little bit of yellow. So it looks really cool with this too. And the third fabric is the purple, and it really makes those purple flowers
It's a zinger,
pop.
yeah.
So it's a lot of fun when you're walking around and looking for different colors, or you love a focus print. You can kind of change it subtly, but you can kind of change a little bit of the coloration. Okay, so you'll start over there. The fabric number 1 set is called?
It is called Summer Cheer, and it is 8022010, and it is the kit with the floral as focus, yellow and blue. And then the number 2 kit, number 2 option, it is called Picnic on the Green, and its number is 8022011, and it's the kit that brings out the beautiful pink and green. And then the third is 8022012. It is Afternoon Stroll, and it brings in the grays and the purple. All 3 of these kits, we recommend the Sweet Times pattern.
Love that pattern.
Love that
And
pattern.
we have more pieces and parts, so keep watching. Okay, this pattern is called City Lights, and it has been such a popular pattern. I love, 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 love this one. And it has a big focal print. It has your lighter background, and then your little marching squares in the number 3 fabric. And we end out on the edge with the number 3 fabric. Now, the very first one that we have, we're going to do it a little different, and that is, rather than a floral like this, we are going to be doing batiks. And look at this, and we have pieces and parts to show you. So sometimes whenever you're looking at fabric, it's pretty straightforward. But when it comes to batiks, I remember in the beginning when I was trying to put batiks together, I was like, I don't understand. I can remember calling Fran and saying, help me with batiks over the phone. It's like a phone consultation.
Call a fabric consult.
But I think I've got it now. I put
think you
batiks
do.
all together lots of times. So our focus on this one is going to be this great purple with a background of the blue. So our background color of the quilt we chose is a blue, and look, it's got a little bit of the purple, and they got the blue back there, and then to tie it in, it kind of goes to a darker kind of a charcoaly blue with the number 3 fabric. So batiks have so many different colors. If you can just kind of get in the family and then allow yourself to branch out from there. That's one way I look at it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just have to take your focus fabric and just hold it up to several different ones as you're shopping or whatever, just to see, oh, there it is. And you usually can go, wow, there it is. I mean, it's obvious.
It is. It feels like there's got to be these hard, fast rules, but a lot of them are very, very subjective. Now let's look at pieces and parts with this. Okay, as with most of my quilts, it starts off with a strip piece, and the strip piece for the little marching squares here is simple as this. So you're going to cut, for one block, you're going to cut 2 of these here. And then to make that block, and we're going to do this, I'm going to give you that.
Okay.
We're going to take this and lay it here. And remember, we have our seam allowances still on this, but it will give you the idea. Now, the cool thing is you make this block, you will do the identical block right here, and then this is just a square. So this is like a 4-patch with a 4-patch. And there is the finished block. Ooh. So you can see that. Isn't that pretty?
That is pretty.
And I always think of the kind of the little touches of extra color just add interest to it.
I totally agree. Yes.
Okay, so here's
see
the
the
other
alternate
block
block.
here for this particular
And
quilt.
our cropper.
Sure. Let's get that on here. And it's kind of nice because this one's already purple. You can really kind of see how this one's going to block out with the different colors.
I really like how the number 3 fabric just super contrasts there, so you're really going to be able to see those little stones, those little steps.
But if you're looking at the inside of these little blocks, you can actually see the purples in there, so it's kind of cool too.
It is great.
All right,
Great.
so we've looked at that fabric. Now let me take this, and you want to take the quilt. Thank you very much.
And we have another option for this focus fabric, so let's show you that.
Okay.
So what we've done on this combination, which is super, same focus fabric with that gorgeous batik with the blues and the pinks and purples, and we've put a pink with it. And I think it is so interesting when you see the pink next to the focus,
It gets pinker.
looks pink. And when you put the blue next to the focus, it looks a little more blue. It really brings out that color. So our number 2 is this just gorgeous pink. And then our third is a yummy kind of dark purple blue.
Ooh, I like that, yeah.
It looks so
And see, this
pretty.
has kind of the pinky purple in it as well.
It does.
I like it.
Yeah, now what's really cool is we have a third kit, and it's just a little different, and we have pieces and parts for that to show you. So can you help us with that?
So I'm going to put these under the quilt, and Natalie's going to bring the quilt up, okay? So we can see that.
Okay. All right.
All right. I'll let you go over there closer.
All right, so we have, so here's our focus. Oh, so let me explain what we've done here. We kind of pulled a little fast one on you. But very simple, not really a fast one, right?
No, not at all. That's the beauty of 3-yard quilts,
That's
too.
right.
One of the beauties. And you can put any fabric in any position. So that focus fabric that we were showing before, which was the purple.
The purple, we've actually moved it to position 2. So, and you can use any 1-yard cut in any position as long as you cut all of the pieces from that position as they're listed. So what we've done here is we've used our focus fabric as number 2 and put another focus fabric in there. But as you can see, this focus has the same purple, so it picks it up beautifully. And then our number 3 is this yummy green.
That is cool. Yeah, it really does kind of switch it up. And when you see them all 3 together, you're going to be surprised.
Yeah, so let me put the pieces and parts that we have so you can get an idea of what that's going to look like. So there's our new focus, and then our new alternate block with that 4-patch. And
Look at that.
block that out. This is gorgeous.
And see, it's so cool with the,
Kind of got that a little crooked, didn't
for the green lover over here. I like that pop of green in there.
It is
That's gorgeous.
really, really pretty. And this is just a beautiful tone of green as well. It's very
Wow. Look how it pulls out that green. That is
not
awesome.
cool. And I love the way just moving the positions makes all the difference.
Yes.
So let's look at the kits together.
Okay.
So our first one with the bright blue is number 2 and our darker blue is number 3. The number is 8022013 and it is called Vivid Violets. And of course we are suggesting the City Lights pattern as your free pattern. And then the second choice is our purple with the pink, our focus fabric with the purple and blue with the pink and the dark purple. That number is 8022014 and it is Floral Charm. And then our third option, just as yummy and gorgeous, where we've switched the focus position with the green, the purple, and the bright green. That is 8022015, and it's called Island Getaway. And of course, the City Lights as your pattern.
And you know, the really interesting thing to me is the way we select fabric here at Fabric Cafe. And we will take that, we pick the focus first, and we take it, and a lot of times we'll put multiple groupings together and then kind of stand back and look at it sort of like this, and then we know which one kind of tickles our fancy the most.
Yeah, I love it.
So it's a great way to do that.
Or you could just go online to Fabric Cafe, and we have some great combinations here.
That's right. That makes it even easier.
So what do we have next? I'm just anxious to see.
Okay, well now we want you to pick out which one of these two kits you like better. And this is kind of like a little contest. We only have enough fabric to put one kit up, so you get to choose which one of these combinations you like best.
Ooh, this is a tough one.
I know they both look really good, and it's very much like we've been saying. You pick out your focus, and then you can see how this kind of a yellow is in the background.
Yes.
And so the number 2 fabric is really going to pick up that yellow and make it show more. Then your number 3 fabric is this light blue. And if we fold this back, you can see how that's picking up this light blue that's in the background.
Gorgeous.
I like that a lot. But now this one, instead of using that yellow to pull the yellow out of the fabric, this actually, it's almost like it tones down the yellow, because we went with the lightest color in here, kind of a gray that's all the way through this, or it's kind of a light blue gray. And there's no yellow per se in this, it's more red.
But it looks great.
It does look good. And I like the fact that it's a little more subtle, if you have a little more subtle decor. And then for the third fabric, we have this, which once again is gorgeous. And it has a lot of those blues in there so that it really picks it up, where this has the darker grays, and those are coordinating really well.
They are gorgeous together.
So we have something that's very fun for you to do. We want you to pick which one of these kits you like best, which combination tickles your fancy. And until January the 31st, you will be able to vote by leaving a comment and letting us know which one you like best, option A or option B. And we will tally the votes, and then it will go up as a kit. Now we're only putting one of these two on line, so you need to make sure you vote and let us know, because we want you to be happy.
Yeah. And do they vote by just placing a comment?
Yeah, just in the comments.
Okay.
Option A or option B. You tell us which one you like best.
All right, that's super simple. What fun. I can't wait to find out what wins.
I know. And then if you've got a big stash that needs to have a little bit of help, then you can use some of the tips and tricks that we gave you today about matching up fabric. Make some 3-yard quilts, and you will really find it very, very helpful to have some of our books. Now, if you don't have any of our books, or you need to complete your stash building book library, then we have a great bundle of books. Well, that's a lot of B's.
That is.
We have a bundle of book at one price and free shipping. So it's Donna Robertson
And Fran Morgan.
Be sure to subscribe, click on the bell,
Share with your friends.
and vote.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us.